In the last video, we talked about things to always do when we make hospital visits. This time, let's talk about things that we can sometimes do when we visit the hospital. Number one, sometimes we need to stay until it's over. And I mean a couple different things when I say stay until it's over. Sometimes we need to stay just until that surgery is over and the doctors come out and said everything's doing fine and that person's going back to see their loved one in that post-operative room. Other times what I mean by stay until it's over is keep vigil with that person until that person has died. Stay by their bedside or stay at the side of the person who is the next of kin and stay until that time comes. It's not always appropriate to do this, but if you do this sometimes, those people will always remember that. Sometimes we need to be their advocate. Sometimes things are not going the right way for that person at the hospital. Whether they're at the end of life or things are less significant, maybe they're not getting the care that they deserve, or there's something that the family wants to express and they're just tired and it's hard to really say, hey, we need this thing next. And you don't want to make a big deal about it, but you can step in those situations, especially as a person from their congregation, and say, this is happening, I don't think this should happen, or this isn't happening, and we need for this to occur for this family. Coming alongside them and being their advocate can sometimes be extremely important. Number three, sometimes we've got to ask deep, penetrating questions. So we want to ask questions like, how is this affecting your spirit? How are you doing? Everybody is taking care of your body. How is your spirit doing? How is your heart? How is your mind, your relationships? And asking those deep questions, sometimes they're not ready for that. They're just trying to recover. They're just trying to feel better. But other times we need to ask these deep questions. Number four, sometimes we need to refer to another professional. If we realize that there's something going on for this patient that's over our own skill set, or maybe it's a different skill set than the team that's taking care of them right now, maybe we need to be the ones to say, maybe talking with a mental health counselor after you're done with this hospitalization would be good. Or maybe we need to say, there's a resource that you don't have right now that I think you should take advantage of. So sometimes our most important role isn't anything that we do ourselves, but giving that person access to some other resources. So these are things to do sometimes when you visit the hospital.